to see without my eyes. The first time that you kissed me, boundless by the time I cried. I built your walls around me. White noise, what an awful sound. Fumbling by Rogue River, feel my feet above the ground.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys an everyday makeup look, pretty much the one I've been doing for the last several months. I've gotten a couple questions and comments and asking what I've been using, so I'm just going to show you guys now. Just as a heads up, you probably already hear it in my voice, but I am a bit sick, so sorry if I'm not like on my A game completely. If you want to know how I do my everyday makeup routine, then please keep watching. Also, I am majorly breaking out right now. I know I have so many breakouts. I don't know what's going on. Bear with me. I'm going to try to cover it up with makeup. Okay, so for the first thing I like to do, I always like to pin my hair up. I use just like this little clampy clip. And I'm just going to pin up like the top portion of my hair. Okay, so once I have my hair out of my face, I'm going to be priming my skin. Today I'm going to be using, it's called the Ren Perfect Canvas Face Primer. And it's silicone free, it's a skin finishing serum it says, so I'm just going to shake that up. It comes in a little dropper like so. So I'm just going to put a couple drops into my hand and rub it all over my face. Also, just as a heads up, I already did my skincare routine, which I showed you guys in my last video what exactly I use and what I put on my skin morning and night. So if you haven't seen that, go check it out. This primer I've used now for a couple weeks. I like it. It feels nice, kind of feels like hydrates my skin a little bit more or something. Okay, so after my primer, I'm going to be using my Mercier Tinted Moisturizer, and this is just the original formula, and I have it in the color Tawny. So I'm just going to be taking some on my fingers, like about that much, and rubbing it on my face. It's pretty much how I like to apply it when I'm like on the go and such. Just to give the skin a nice tint. I do use it in like a couple shades darker because my face is always not as dark as my body. So, yeah, I just like to, I guess, use it a little bit darker. So once I blended out that with my hands, I'm going to be taking my concealer. It's one by MAC. It's in color NC30. It's the Studio Finish Concealer. And I'm just going to be applying this with my finger on all my blemishes. I like this concealer. I think that it gives a lot of coverage in certain areas where you might need it. So, again, just taking it on my finger and applying kind of a generous amount to each bump that you have, or each pimple that you have. So once I'm all slathered and covered up, just going to be using my Beauty Blender to blend it all in. Once everything's all blended, I like to just take the Beauty Blender and go over the Tinted Moisturizer too. Because I like doing it with my hands, but sometimes it does, or it can get a little bit streaky when you do it with your hands if you do miss a part to rub in. So I just like to do one last sweep over my face with the Beauty Blender. Okay, so now we are going to conceal the under eyes. So I'm going to be using the NARS Creamy Concealer. I have it in the color medium 1 custard. So just going to be applying. It's almost out actually. Let's see if this one has more. Oop, more? A little bit more. So just applying this under my eyes like that. It's just gonna give the face a little bit of lightness. So you should have it under there like that. I always also like to put this in between my eyebrows, like right here. And I always like to draw a line down the bridge of my nose too. Applying a little bit more to the tip of the nose. And just kind of messily doing that because I will apply bronzer later on to the sides. So again, just going to be taking my beauty blender and blending out. Like that. So I have my camera set up in a new way today, so you'll have to let me know what you think. The way I was doing it before, it was like I was having to sit on my bed, which is over there, because I thought that that was going to be the best lighting with the white wall. But I don't know, I just wasn't obsessed. Maybe I had like different camera settings on. But I kind of like this because you can see the dresser, you can see there's actually like a little picture right there of me and my friends. And I get to sit like in my chair, which is nice. But if you guys don't like this layout, just let me know and I'll figure out something else. When you live in San Francisco, I will tell you, you work in very small quarters, so I only have, I guess, like so many options, but we will try to figure it out. I also am really on a conscious effort. I know I say this all the time, but I'm really on a conscious effort to make more videos. I like hate that I do a video and then I'm so MIA. So don't worry, it's definitely in the plan that I'm going to be posting. I would like to post once a week. I don't think that's like an outrageous goal or anything, but yeah, bear with me guys. But any feedback is obviously like greatly appreciated. Okay, so after I blend out that under eye concealer, I'm just going to be using this Morphe E27 brush and my Laura Mercier translucent powder and just applying it under my eye. I just take some on here and set it like that. Same over here. I always like to also put some around my nose because my makeup always breaks up there, and a little bit on this part of my chin. I'm going to use my Benetint by Benefit, and it's just in the normal colorway. And what I like to do is just start by, sorry my video cut out, but I just like to apply this to my cheeks, and then I take my 2 fingers and I just blend it out like that. I actually love this stuff. I kind of rediscovered it again, but I used to always use it. It's just so natural looking and it's really easy. Just like that. Same thing on the other side, just a little bit like that. And using the 2 fingers and blending it out with my fingers, just kind of applying it like that. And if you have any harsh lines, feel free to blend it out with your blender again. So then what I like to do is just take like a makeup wipe and wipe off all the concealer and powder on my lips, because I always get it on my lips. I don't know about you guys. Take that off, and then I go in again with this and I just put it on my lips. It's a stain, so it's just gonna make it look like your lips, but really just healthy and natural. And then you can just blend it around with your finger Next, I am going to use my Chanel Sol Tan de Chanel bronzer, and it looks just like this. I've used it in a couple videos before, but I'm just going to be taking my beauty blender that I use specifically for this, and I just like harshly like tap it into the bronzer, and then I'm just going to be bronzing up my face. I just kind of do it like this, like kind of in a 3. And you just tap it in. It looks really natural. It's like a really nice color. It's kind of my go-to when I just am looking for a really natural look. I love this stuff. I also like to bring it down my neck, so I'll use just like a motion like that and bring it down, and then I'll just use my other beauty blender and just blend it out on my neck to make it look more natural. Like that. We're getting there. We're getting there. I got this in my Allure beauty box, actually. I don't know if any of you guys heard of it, but it's by this brand. I don't know if it's CLE or something or what, but it's the Essence Moonlighter Cushion. Take like 2 fingers and kind of a lot. Whoopsies. But I'll be just patting it in on the tops and the high points of my face. It just looks really natural. And same thing over here. I also like to apply it to my nose. Apply it to the tip of my nose, on the sides. And then I also like to apply right here. And I like to go underneath my eyebrow and apply some there. Just like that. And then I'm just gonna blend out just the bottoms. I like to apply some bronzer to the sides of my nose, so just gonna be taking that same bronzer with the same thing and kind of patting on the very sides of my nose, which gives it a little bit more definition. It kind of like sinks in the middle of the nose, just like that. Makes like a subtle difference, but kind of makes a difference. Okay, so we're gonna move on to eyebrows. I'm just actually gonna brush them down, and I'm just going to use this Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil in the color Taupe, and I'm just going to draw a line at the very top of my eyebrow. So just like this. This is going to like basically cheat and show that you have definition to your brows, even though if you don't have definition, this will definitely give it the appearance. And the other side. Again, you can kind of just cheat and draw them a little higher. So after I draw that, I'm just going to push my brows up again with the back side of this. And you can see when I do that, it automatically makes them look like they have so much more definition than they did before. But I don't stop there, I just do one more step so they all kind of look cohesive, I should say. I just picked up recently the Charlotte Tilbury. It's in Legendary Brows and it's in the color Linda. And it just looks like that, it's just a little spoolie. And it just fills in your brows really naturally. So just taking it and filling them in. You can see that brow versus that brow. I like the stuff. Okay, and then my very last brow step, I really like to use a brow gel. The one I have currently is by Benefit. It's the 24-hour brow setter. So just going to be locking them into place. My eyebrows are like needing to get done, so they're kind of long, but it works, I suppose. So eyebrows are all done. I'm going to start on my eyes now. So I like to keep my eyes just really nice and simple. What I like to put on the lid is this Hourglass. It's in their ambient lighting powder, and it's in the color Radiant Light. And I just take a little blending brush. It could be any blending brush that you have on hand. And I just like to put that all over my lid, just to give it some, like, not glitter, but some, I don't know, just a little bit of shine, I guess. Makes your eyes pop a little more too. Just like to do it that way. Next I'll be taking a little bit of bronzer, so I'm just going to use the same Chanel one that I have. And I like to just take a little bit more of a concise brush like that. This is called the Morphe M433. And I just like to take a little bit and I apply it kind of like trying to be on the lashes and then also in the outer V. Kind of like what I'm doing right there. This will just tie everything together and give your eye a little bit more definition. So again, just focusing on the outside like that, like that. Lastly, for the eyes, I like to just, again, take this Hourglass and a little pencil brush right here, and I just like to apply it on my bottom lash line. And in the center of the eye, too. Okay, next step, I like to use this Sephora retractable eyeliner, and it's waterproof. And just like that, it's just like a kohl liner. And what I'm going to do is just tight line my eye. And by tight line, I just mean the top, but I'm just going to focus on like the outer portion of the eye. So hopefully you can see this. So it's like underneath. If you like lift up with your hand, your lash, your lid, and just focusing it on the top lashes, like almost like to get in between them. I don't know if you can tell that it made a difference, but it definitely makes your eyes stand out a bit more, especially when you have mascara on. I've been doing lately, I don't do this all the time, but I like to, oh my god, I have so much stuff on my shirt. What I like to use right now is this NARS. It's the Larger Than Life Longwear Eyeliner. It does not say the color, but it's like in this nude color. I can link it below. But what I'll do is I'll just put it on my bottom tear line. Is it waterline? I think it's waterline. Sorry, that just took me a minute. And it just opens up your eyes a little bit. Okay, so last step on the eyes, I'm just going to be using my Roller Lash Mascara by Benefit and just applying a couple layers to the lashes. Sorry if you can't see this that well, but just applying it regularly. mascara makes such a big difference. Like, it's so crazy that it can do that. And then my other side. The final steps is just lips, which is actually my favorite. My favorite lip liner known to man. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you'll know that I'm obsessed with this lip liner by MAC. It's called Strip Down. I like to make sure that my lip liner is really, really nice and sharp. Like really sharp. So it gives you the most like defined lip. And I'm just going to be lining the outer portion of my lip. So I'm going to make this go in a little bit. So after you're done lining with Strip Down, I like to take this another matte color. It's called Subculture. And what I like to do is just blend it into my lip on top of that liner. So just like this, almost like going over it and then bringing it on the lip. This is also kind of a cheat to have the look of bigger lips, is doing it first with a dark liner and then going in with a lighter one, kind of like the same shade as your lips, and blending it out. Should look something like that now. And my last step is just applying chapstick. So I just used this fresh one. I've used it before in a couple videos. It's just the Fresh Nourishing Lip Balm Advanced Therapy. And I'll just take it on a makeup brush like that. It's like a little, like a tiny pencil figure thing. And I'm just going to take a generous amount of the chapstick and rub it all over my lips. So you could leave it something like this, which is still really pretty, but I like during the day sometimes, just to make it look a little bit more natural on the lip, I like to blot. So I'll just take like a paper towel or toilet paper or something and just blot my lips. And then kind of blend in a little more. So this is the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something, maybe found a new product that you like. Please leave all comments, questions, suggestions in the video, or the comment section, down below. Connect with me on social media on Instagram. I have 2 accounts. First one, Kylie Ramos, that's my personal account that I use most. Second account is Kylie R Beauty, which I'm trying to get a little bit more into. So thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.